according to our understanding, if I'm taking with test plan activity, test plan taking care by, test plan is taking care by test lead. The test lead will take care about in implementing the respective test plan. As a tester, we are not worried about in implementing the respective test plan. We need to take care about in referring this particular respective test plan here. I mean, as simple as the whole concept is according to the real-time standards, test plan activity taking care by test lead. The test lead taking care about in implementing this test plan. For that, the test lead has been taking care about in referring with entry criteria and then considering that exit criteria. The test lead has been taking care about the entry criteria and exit criteria. If I'm taking entry criteria, meaning of entry criteria, the meaning of entry criteria, documents to be referred to perform particular activity. If I'm taking with entry criteria, we need to be get mentioned that documents to be referred to perform particular activity. At the same time, we got exit criteria. Meaning of exit criteria? Result or output of particular document. The result or output of particular document. That is what we need to take care about exit criteria. So if I'm taking test plan, as part of test plan, for the test plan entry criteria, for the test plan entry criteria, what is the first document need to refer? Approved PMP. As part of test plan, if I'm taking with entry criteria, the very first document taking care about approved PMP. Meaning of PMP? Project Management Plan. Who will prepare test plan document? Who will prepare test plan document? Yeah, I'm getting multiple answers. Test plan document prepared by test lead. The test plan document prepared by test lead. PMP document prepared by project manager. If I'm taking with PMP document, what is the meaning of PMP document? Project Management Plan. That particular PMP document prepared by manager. The test lead taking care about preparing the test plan document. PMP document prepared by manager. Okay. So as part of test plan of entry criteria, need to take care about in referring with the very first document mentioning the approved PMP. That is the first document need to be get referred, and then taking care about the next document. What is the next document? Approved SRS. As part of the test plan, the test lead need to be get take care about in referring with these particular document. As an example, it got mentioned SRS document but not like restricted to go with the only SRS document related to that particular project, related to that particular project, what exactly the documents are there, need to take care about in referring that particular respective documents here. As simple as part of test plan, the test lead need to take care about in referring with all that particular project related documents here. The one mentioning the PMP document and then mentioning the SRS document. Along with that, what is the next one? Test plan guidelines. Meaning of guidelines? Rules and regulations. The meaning of guidelines, we can say that rules and regulations related to that particular test plan need to be get comfortable in understanding what exactly that particular guidelines need to be get followed. Along with that, taking care about test plan template. Meaning of template? Meaning of template format. According to that particular project, the test lead need to be get look into that any specific format need to be get followed in preparing with that particular test plan. According to that, he need to come up with in taking care about preparing with this particular test plan. So the test lead taking care about in referring all these particular documents and need to come up with preparing the test plan. Once the whole test plan got prepared, that particular test plan taking care about in doing with reviewed and approved. If I'm taking test plan prepared by test plan prepared by
Recording in
approved
progress.
approved by, reviewed by, reviewed by manager. Test plan prepared by test lead, referred by test plan prepared by referred by reviewed by approved by PMP document prepared by PMP document prepared by PMP document reviewed by reviewed by manager, approved by manager. Okay, PMP document prepared by okay, PMP document prepared by manager, reviewed by manager, approved by manager. Correct. Don't be confused. PMP document prepared by manager, not the lead. PMP document prepared by manager, reviewed by client, reviewed by client. PMP document prepared by, prepared by manager, reviewed by client, approved by client, approved by client. See that PMP document prepared by manager, reviewed by client, approved by client. So if I'm taking PMP document, that particular PMP document, the PMP document prepared by PMP document prepared by manager, reviewed by client, approved by client. In the same way, you got SRS document. SRS document prepared by SRS document prepared by test lead, manager, client, KCR, and Jagan. No? Who is it? BA. SRS document. SRS document prepared by BA team or Scrum Master team. If I'm taking with SRS document prepared by BA team or Scrum Master team. Now see the understanding. Requirements provided by requirements provided by client. Requirements are provided by client, documented by requirements documented by BA. Requirements are provided by client, documented by BA, reviewed by requirements reviewed by client, requirements reviewed by client, requirements approved by client. Now see the whole concept. Requirements provided by client, documented by reviewed by approved by PMP document prepared by reviewed by approved by test plan document prepared by reviewed by test plan document reviewed by manager, approved by referred by tester. So need to be get very clear about that particular document. One will be taking with requirement document and then PMP document, SRS document, test plan document. Now, as a tester, we are not worried about how the test plan will be prepared. That part we are not worried, but need to be take care about in understanding the content of test plan. You need to be comfortable in understanding content of test plan. So let's understand one by one. In that first point, what is the first point? Introduction. Meaning of that introduction. The meaning of introduction. What test lead has to do is, who is preparing the test plan? Test lead. Because of that, what test lead need to be do is, in one Word file or taking with that particular Excel file. In the Word file or taking with Excel file, that particular test plan need to be get prepared. While preparing that particular test plan, what test lead need to be do is first need to provide introduction. First need to be get provide introduction. Meaning of that statement. A small overview, a small overview or description. The meaning of introduction. The meaning of introduction, a small overview or description related to test plan. A small overview or description related to test plan. So I mean what test lead need to be do is as part of test plan document, he has to take care about in providing. He need to take care about in providing that particular respective small overview or description related to that particular test plan. So first one is introduction. What is the meaning of introduction? A small overview or description related to test plan. Okay. Under that, he has to take care about in providing test plan objective. Test plan objective. Meaning of that statement. Meaning of that statement is test plan objective. The meaning is why test plan prepared. Why test plan prepared? What exactly the reason of preparing the test plan? That information he need to provide. In simple, we can say that why test plan prepared. If I'm taking test plan objective, the meaning of test plan objective, we can say that why test plan prepared. That is what you are taking with test plan objective. So what is the meaning of test plan objective? Why test plan prepared? Okay. In the same way, I got the second point. What is the second point? Scope of the document. The meaning of scope of the document, we can say that purpose of the document. What is it? Purpose of the document. Scope of the document. The meaning is what exactly the purpose of that particular document. What exactly the purpose of that particular document, that will be taking scope of the document. Just you guys need to be get aware of that what exactly the test plan content is related to. How to prepare that particular test plan, you never worried. As a tester, you never take care about preparing the test plan. You are taking care about in referring the test plan. Just need to be get understood. what exactly the test plan is related to. In that, you got introduction. Meaning of introduction? A small overview or description related to test plan, and then you got test plan objective. Meaning of test plan objective? Why test plan prepare? Why test plan prepare? Then you got scope of the document. Meaning of scope of the document? Purpose of the document. Then you got test strategy. The meaning of test strategy. In simple, what is the general meaning of strategy? Plan. Meaning of plan? Strategy. Strategy is plan, plan is strategy. No. Sometimes some of your friends will say that you can follow this particular strategy or follow the strategy to get score more marks in the exam. So what exactly meaning of the strategy? Can we consider as process? Process. Or we can say that procedure. We can say that procedure, or we can say that process to be followed. The general meaning of strategy, the common meaning of strategy, we can say that process to be followed, procedure to be followed. That is the common meaning. When it's come to our testing, when it's come to our testing perspective, the meaning of test strategy, the meaning of test strategy, mentioning the types of testing to be performed, types of testing to be performed, the meaning of test strategy, the meaning of test strategy according to the test plan. According to the test plan, the meaning of test strategy, we can say that we can mention the types of testing to be performed. Because if I'm taking test plan prepared by test lead. So the test lead, the person who is having more experience, because of that, according to that requirement documents, he has to come up with in taking care about considering that what type of testing to be done according to that particular project, according to that particular project, what type of testing to be done, he has to take care about in giving the list of that. So here, as an example, we given this list, not like exactly he will go with the same testing types. As an example, it is mentioned, but not like mandatory that need to go with in the same list only. In simple, we can sorry, we can say that the meaning of test strategy, mentioning the types of testing to be performed. So what is the meaning of test strategy? Types of testing to be performed. Then you are taking care about environment requirements. Close the door. So you can take care about environment requirements. So if I'm taking that particular environment requirements, if I'm taking with the meaning of environment requirements, indirectly consider that URL. The environment is indirectly, we can say that URL. That means what kind of URL need to be used for the testing perspective, for the testing activity, what kind of URL need to be get used. Is that you have to go with, is that you need to go with development environment, or you need to go with testing environment, or you have to go with live environment or production environment. Which environment, which environment you need to be get use it, that is what you are taking care about. Development environment, testing environment, taking with live environment or production. So if I'm taking with environment, we can say that URL, nothing but in which environment we have to take care about in performing the testing activity. So the test lead, that information, that particular information need to be get, the test lead need to be get provide that particular information in that particular test plan document. That is what you are taking care about environment requirement. The meaning of environment requirement, nothing but in which environment we need to perform testing activity. Is that development environment, testing environment, or live environment or production? Okay. In the same way, we got taking care about test schedule. We got test schedule. Meaning of schedule? Meaning of schedule? Time. The meaning of schedule, we can say that time. Nothing but that particular test schedule, we can say that timelines. What is it? Timelines. That particular test schedule, we can say that timelines. When we need to start the testing, when we have to complete the testing. Otherwise, when we have to start test scenarios, when we have to complete test scenarios, or when we have to start test execution, when we have to complete test execution, all the timelines, all the timelines need to be get provided by test lead. That particular test lead, that particular test lead need to be get take care about that particular test lead. He need to take care about in providing all test schedule details. What is the meaning of schedule? Timelines here. Each and every activity, when it has to be started, when it has to be completed, all that particular timelines need to be get provided. That is what taking care by test lead. He has to take care about in providing all that particular respective test schedule, which we can consider that timelines here. After that, taking with control procedure. Under that, it got two things. What are the two things? Reviews and bug reviews. This particular reviews, if I'm taking with this particular reviews according to real-time standards, according to that particular real-time standard, if I'm taking with reviews, if I'm taking with reviews, first review, we can say that first review, we can say that peer review. What is the first one? Peer review. The very first review, we can say that peer review. After that, you are taking care about in mentioning that senior tester review. One will be taking peer review, another one senior tester review, and then taking care about test lead review. According to the real-time standards, according to that particular real-time standards, you need to take care about peer review, and you have to take care about senior tester review and taking care about test lead review. You need to take care about test lead review. The first one you got peer review. The meaning of peer review. The meaning of peer review. Nothing but colleagues review, or we can say that team member review. What is the meaning of peer review? Colleagues review, or we can say that team member review. So that particular one we can take care about this colleagues review, or we can say that team member review. So the first one, what is the first review you got? Peer review. Meaning of the peer review? Colleagues review or team member review. That means according to the real-time standards, as a tester, once you complete your testing activities, either you have been done in the correct way or not. Either you have been done in the correct way or not. The first review done by your colleague, your team member of the same project, your team member of the same project will take care about in doing the peer review. Once it is done, then it will go with next level of the review. What is the next level of the review? Taking with senior tester review. See that how we are making sure that we have been done with all the activities. To confirm that we done with all the activities in the real time, it will take care about different levels of review. What is the first review you got? What is the first review? Peer review. Meaning of peer review? Colleagues review or team member review. Then what is the second one? Senior tester review. After that, taking with test lead review. So that particular test lead review will be taking with final review. That particular test lead review will be taking with final review. Maximum test lead will be taking final review. A very rare cases, if required, manager will take care about in doing the review, but maximum test lead will be taking with final review. What are all that particular reviews need to be done? That is also need to be get provided by test lead. Along with that, along with that, the test lead need to be get take care about in having bug review. The test lead need to be get take care about in doing bug review. I mean, in that particular project, in that particular project, either you have been identifying proper bugs or not. In the initial stages, of the project, either it has been identified proper bugs or not, he has to take care about in doing that particular review. So all these things taking care by test lead only. He has to take care about in documenting each and every point. As a tester, we need to take care about in referring these particular points here. So in that, first we got introduction. So what is the meaning of introduction? A small overview or description related to test plan. And then we got test plan objective. Meaning of test plan objective? Why test plan prepare? Next we got scope of the document. Meaning of scope of the document? What is it? Purpose of the document. Scope of the document, nothing but purpose of the document. Then you got test strategy. Meaning of test strategy? Types of testing to be performed. Types of testing to be performed. According to that project, what exactly the testing to be done, types of testing to be performed. Then he got environment requirements. Meaning of environment requirements? Meaning of environment? URL. What kind of environment? What kind of environments? Development environment, testing environment, live environment or production. Second, go with development environment, testing environment, live environment or production. And then you got test schedule. Meaning of test schedule? Meaning of the test schedule? Timelines. The meaning of test schedule, we can say that timelines. When we need to start the testing and when we need to complete the testing. Not like only testing, along with that, when we need to start that particular scenarios and when we need to complete the scenarios, all the testing activities, all the timelines will be provided. And then you got control processor. Under that, you got any reviews. If I'm taking with reviews, what is the first review? What is the first review? Peer review. After that, senior tester review. After that, test lead review. Meaning of peer review? Meaning of peer review? Colleagues review or team member review. So first review taking care by team member or taking care by colleague. After that, taking care by senior tester and then taking care by that particular test lead. Along with that, the test lead need to be take care about in involving doing with bug review. Okay. This is what we need to be taking care about it. Along with that, need to take care about another one. What is it? Functions to be tested. Next one. Functions not to be tested. Two things we got. What is the seventh point? Functions to be tested. What is the eighth point? Functions not to be tested. That means according to that project, according to that particular project, the test lead need to come up with, the test lead need to come up with in providing the information of what need to be tested, what are the things not required to test it. For example, the client is expecting that to test the application in Firefox browser. The tester, the client is expecting that to test the application in Firefox browser. Then test lead will be considering that functions to be tested, functions to be tested. In the same way, the client is expecting that not required, not required to test in Edge browser, not required to test in Edge browser. Then test lead will consider that functions not to be tested, functions not to be tested, considering that functions to be tested, functions not to be tested. As an example, just an example I written as an example, considering that Firefox browser need to take care about in continued testing that application. Edge browser taking care about not required to test that particular application. I mean, functions to be tested, functions not to be tested. What are the things need to be tested and what are the things not required to test it? That information also need to be taken care by the test lead. The test lead need to be get, the test lead need to be get taking care about in providing these things here. So if I'm taking with test lead as part of the test plan, as part of the test plan, he need to come up with in providing the information of functions to be tested and the functions not required to test it. That is what the 2 points here. One, it is mentioned that functions to be tested. Another one, functions not to be tested. Okay. In the same way, what is the next one? Resources and responsibilities. The 9th one, resources and responsibilities. Meaning of resources? Resources. Not material. Meaning of resources. Employees. What is it? Employees. According to the IT companies, according to the IT terminology, most of the time we used to be considered that resource, nothing but IT employee only, but rather than using the terminology is employee, rather than using the terminology is employee, in a place of employee, what is the terminology? What is the terminology? Resource. Once you join in the IT companies, once you join in the IT companies, most of the time, the people will say that this is new resource or resource not available. How many resource required? The meaning of resource. What is the meaning of resource? employees. So related to that particular project, related to that particular project, how many resources has been required. Along with that, for that particular resources, what are the responsibilities for that particular resources? What are all the responsibilities as a fresher level? What need to be done? Or experience level? What need to be done? In case of test lead, what need to be done? I mean, according to the job role, what exactly the responsibilities, that is what we need to be mentioning that. So the meaning of responsibilities, what exactly activities to be done, what exactly activities need to be done according to their job role as a fresher level or as a senior level, what exactly the activities to be done. That is what you will be taking with responsibilities. So I got two things here. One is resources. Another one, responsibilities. Meaning of resources? Meaning of resources? Employees. At the same time, taking with responsibilities. Meaning of responsibilities? Activities to be performed. Activities to be performed. Okay. In the same way, you got deliverables and milestone. You got deliverables and milestone. Meaning of deliverables. We can say that documents to be delivered. Documents to be delivered. The meaning of deliverables. We can say that documents to be delivered. I mean, the best example. You guys are very well knowing about mobile. Assume that you done with order of the mobile in online. Just assume that you got ordered one mobile in online. Once you order the mobile in online, your mobile will be delivered. Along with mobile, what it will delivered? Box. Okay, box will be delivered. Along with box, charger. Very perfect. Still, invoice. Okay, still, user manually will get. Yes or no, guys? User manual. We never read it, sir. We are not worried about it, sir. If we take user manual, is that you ordered mobile or user manual? Mobile or user manual? Mobile or user manual? Mobile. You have been ordered mobile, but along with mobile, what you got? User manual. You have been taking care about in ordered with the mobile. Along with mobile, you got user manual. That means related to that particular mobile, what are the documents are there? Automatically, that particular documents will be delivered. In the same way, when you are releasing or delivering, when you are delivering this particular project to the client, when you are delivering project to the client, Along with project, what are the documents need to be delivered? Along with the project, what are the documents need to deliver? That will be taking with deliverables. If I'm taking deliverables, if I'm taking with deliverables, we can say that documents to be delivered. Documents to be delivered. It can be requirement document, scenarios document, test cases document, lot of documents will be there. What exactly documents need to be delivered? That will be taking with deliverables. So what is the meaning of deliverables? Meaning of deliverables? Documents to be delivered. And then you got milestone. We got milestone. Meaning of milestones? What is it? Targets, achievements. The meaning of milestones. We can say that targets, or we can say that achievements. What exactly the targets we reached it? What exactly the targets we reached it? What are all the achievements we done? What are all the achievements we done? That will be taking with milestone. If I'm taking with milestone, we can say that targets, or we can say that achievements. Okay. What is the next one? What is it? Defect management. If I'm taking with defect management, as a tester, we have to take care about in doing testing activity. So as part of the testing, you have to take care about in coming up with identifying the bugs. As a tester, we have to take care about in identifying the bugs. Once we got identify the bugs, to whom we need to report it, saying that how to identify the bugs, how to identify the bugs, how to report the bugs, how to report the bugs, how to track the bugs. As simple as all the information related to defect or bug. All the information related to defect or bug, that will take defect management. The meaning of defect management. The meaning of defect management. All the information related to defect or bug. All the information related to defect or bug. That is what it will be taking with defect management. Okay. And then we got dependencies. Under that, what is the first option? Under dependencies, what is the first option? Personal dependencies. Meaning of that? Personal. Personal dependencies, personal. The meaning of personal dependencies. The meaning of personal dependencies. Availability of the resource. Availability of the resource. Meaning of resource? Meaning of resource. What is the meaning of resource? Employee. Meaning of personal dependencies? Meaning of personal dependencies? Availability of the resource. In that project, what exactly availability of that particular resource? That is what taking with personal dependencies. See that. See the understanding. We got seventh point. What is the seventh point? Functions to be tested. What is the eighth point? Functions not to be tested. That particular seventh point mentioning that what exactly need to be tested. What exactly need to be tested. At the same time, functions not to be tested. What not required to test it? What are the things not required to test it? That we can say that functions not to be tested. And then you got resources and responsibilities. Meaning of resources? Meaning of resources? Employees. Meaning of responsibilities? Meaning of responsibilities? Activities to be performed. Then you got deliverables. Meaning of deliverables? What is it? Documents to be delivered. Meaning of milestones? Achievements or targets. Then you got defect management. Meaning of defect management? What is it? All the information related to defect or bug. Okay. Then you got dependencies. Under that, you got personal dependencies. Meaning of personal dependency? What is it? Availability of the resource. So if I'm taking with personal dependency, we can say that availability of the resource. Okay. What is the next one? Software dependencies. The meaning of software dependency. The meaning of software dependency. We can say that what kind of browser is required. What is it? What kind of browser is required? At the same time, what kind of operating system is required? What kind of browser is required? What kind of operating system is required? At the same time, what kind of versions we required? Because we are the tester. As part of the tester, we have to take care about in what are the browsers need to be tested, in what are all operating systems need to be tested, in what are all versions need to be tested. According to that, you have to take care about in installing that particular respective software. According to that, you have to take care about in installing that particular respective software. As simple as if I'm taking with software dependencies, if I'm taking with software dependencies, we can say that browser, operating system and versions. The meaning of software dependencies, we can say that details of browser, operating system, versions. That is what you're taking care about software dependencies. In the same way, you got hardware dependencies. Meaning of hardware? Hardware. Mobile. Hardware is system, your laptop. Hardware dependencies, your laptop configuration, your system configuration. Assume that your laptop or your system very slow. In case of the laptop or system is very slow, we can't take care about and continue doing with the testing. Because of that, what kind of laptop configuration or what kind of system configuration is required, we need to take care about that particular one. If I'm taking with hardware dependencies, meaning of hardware dependencies, laptop or system configuration. According to that project, what kind of laptop is required, what kind of system configuration is required, that you are taking with hardware dependencies. Okay. What is the next one? Test data and database. So if I'm taking test data, if I'm taking with test data, data to be used, data to be used. As simple, best example, let's go with the Gmail. When you're taking the Gmail, do you require to enter email? If you want to log in into the Gmail, is that you want to enter email ID or not? Yes or no? After email ID, password need to enter. You have to take care about in entering the email, and you have to take care about in entering with password here. That means if I'm taking with that particular email ID and taking with that particular password, which we can consider the test data, which we can consider the test data. The meaning of test data, the meaning of test data, we can say that data to be used, data to be used. So if I'm taking with test data, what is the meaning of test data? Data to be used. Along with test data, along with test data, what you got? Database. You have to take care about in installing any of the database according to that project requirement. According to that project requirement, there is a chance of you need to install any of the database. According to the requirement, you have to take care about in installing any of the database. Database to be installed. Database to be installed. Two things we got. One is test data. Another one database. Meaning of test data? Meaning of test data? Data to be used. In the same way, you got database. Meaning of database? Database to be installed. Database to be installed. If I'm taking with database, we can say that database to be installed. Okay. In the same way, it got taking care about risk. Meaning of risk? Risk. Raska. Uh, Meaning of the risk is challenges, difficulties. The meaning of risk, we can say that difficulties. Is there any difficulties in doing testing of that project? Because of the test lead, the test lead need to be get coming up with the test lead need to be get coming up with in identifying any difficulties or any challenges in continued the testing activity. So in simple, if I'm taking with risk, we can say that difficulties or we can say that challenges. Okay. What is the next one? Tools. Meaning of that? Meaning of that? Tools related to manual testing and automation testing. The tools related to manual testing and automation testing. In simple, we can say that tools to be used in project. Tools to be used in project. It can be related to manual testing or it can be related to automation testing. We can say that tools to be used in project. So if I'm taking this particular tools, so meaning of this particular tools, we can say that tools to be used in project. Okay. What is the next one? What is it? Documentation. As simple as documents to be prepared. Documents to be prepared. If I'm taking documentation, with documentation, we can say that documents to be prepared according to that project. Need to be get coming up with what are all that particular documents need to be get prepared. According to that particular project, you need to be get coming up with what are all that particular documents need to be get prepared. If I'm taking with documentation, we can say that documents to be prepared. Okay. What is the next one? Approval. Saying that different levels of approvals. Different levels of approvals to be done. Like you will have each and every level. In each and every level, what are all approvals need to be done related to the testing document, the testing step or testing procedure, whatever it can be, related to the project, what exactly approvals need to be done. In simple, we can say that different levels of approvals to be done. Different levels of approvals to be done, that he will be taking approvals. And then he got entry criteria, exit criteria, that you are already knowing. Meaning of entry criteria, meaning of entry criteria, documents to be referred to perform particular activity. Meaning of exit criteria, result or output of particular document, that it will be considered the same thing. And then you got two more things. One is test suspension. Another one, test resumption. Meaning of suspension? Suspension. The test suspension. You may heard about particular employee, like government employees. You may see in the news channels saying that particular employee has been suspended from the duties. So meaning of that suspended? Removed. Then? The meaning of suspended is that he was totally removed from the job. No, then? Particular time. Why he will be suspended? Because of the issue, whatever it can be. Issue can be anything. Because of the issue, that employee will be suspended. Nothing but kept on hold. That employee has been kept on hold. It's not like totally job is removed or not like totally terminated. He was kept on hold. He got an issue. Because of the issue, he got suspended from the duties. Once that issue got resolved, he will be back. Once the issue got resolved, he will restart his particular work. See the understanding. Because of the issue, he got suspended from the duties. Once that issue got resolved, then he was back to the duties. In the same way, when you are taking testing, assume that you're doing the testing activity. Your testing activity is continued. Because of some reason, suddenly testing URL is not working. Assume that testing URL is not working. If URL itself not working, can we continue the testing? Assume that URL itself is not working. Can we continue the testing? Yes or no? Yes or no? When we can continue? Once that URL is started working. Till the time of the URL is not working, our testing activities kept on hold. That means we can say that test suspension. Once URL started working, then we can go with test resumption. In simple, test suspension kept on hold. Test suspension kept on hold. Test resumption, restarting the work. Test resumption, restarting the work. Then you got test completion. Test completion, a small description of completing the test plan. A small description of completing the test plan. So the test lead need to take care about in providing some small description related to that particular test completion. See that. So I got dependencies under that personal dependencies. Meaning of personal dependencies? Meaning of personal dependencies? Availability of resource. And then I got software dependencies. Meaning of software dependencies? Browser, operating system, versions. Then he got hardware dependencies. Meaning of hardware dependencies? Laptop or system configuration. Meaning of test data? Data to be used. Then he got database. Meaning of database? Database to be installed. Then he got risk. Meaning of risk? Challenges or difficulties. Meaning of the tools? Tools to be used in project. Tools to be used in project related to manual and automation. Not like only manual, not like only automation. Related to the whole project. Okay. Next, documentation. Documents to be prepared. Okay. Next one, approvals. Meaning of approvals? Different levels of approvals. Then he got entry criteria, exit criteria. Then he got test suspension. Meaning of test suspension? Kept on hold. Meaning of test resumption? Restarting the work. Meaning of test completion? A small overview related to test completion. Related to the test completion need to be take care about a small overview. So this is how you need to be take care about in getting comfortable. This is how you need to take care about in getting comfortable related to that particular test plan. You never prepare the test plan, but you can expect 2 questions related to the test plan. What is the first question? Explain entry and exit criteria of test plan. What is the question? Explain entry and exit criteria of test plan. What is the second question? Explain test plan. Second question, explain test plan. So 2 questions you can expect. One is explain entry and exit criteria of test plan. The second question, explain test plan. You're not worried about how to prepare, but you need to aware of that what exactly the test plan and what exactly the test plan content. So that is what you need to take care about in having that particular test plan here. So and then need to be get start with the very most important concept mentioning the test scenarios. Right with the new heading, right with the new heading, mention the test scenarios and make a note of this particular description. Right with the new heading, right with the new color highlighted one. All the online students also, please take care about up to that particular highlighted one. Just make a note of up to that particular highlighted one. Got the printouts? From tomorrow, without printout, your admin will not allow you to the classroom. Please take care about it. Please take care about it. All the online students also. It's mandatory that you have to take the printout of SRS document. Don't forget about that particular SRS document. Make a note of up to that highlighted one. Done? After that, just continue the same. Mention the entry criteria, that particular points, exit criteria, that particular points. Just continue the same. Mention the entry criteria, that particular respective points, exit criteria, that particular respective points. Make a note of up to that particular highlighted one. All the online students also make a note of up to that particular highlighted one. Blue shirt. What happened? Where is your notebook? Uh-huh. Pen is there or forgot it? Make a note of up to that particular highlighted one. Mention that entry criteria, that particular points, and then exit criteria, that particular points. Make a note of up to that highlighted one. Okay. So we need to take care about our main very most important concept, because test plan little bit okay. Test plan prepared by test lead. As test lead will take care of it, as a tester you are not worried about on that, just will take care about referring it. But if I'm taking with test scenarios prepared by test scenarios prepared by tester. Tester has to take care about preparing the test scenarios. Who are the testers? Who are the testers? You are the testers. So you are the testers. That means you have to take care about preparing the test scenarios. That is what your job role. That is what exactly you have to